Hey YouTube, let me just apologize for my allergies. They're acting up tonight, so unfortunately my nose is a bit stuffy. Anyway, what I have again is another unboxing of one of my favorite things, fragrances. Now the reason why it's not in a shrink wrap is because I bought this from someone in a fragrance group. What's great about fragrance groups is the fact that you can purchase a sample of a fragrance, test it, be totally in love with it, buy the full bottle, and then honestly, like a month or so, couple months, it could be a year and a half later, you wake up one day and you just can't stand this smell of the fragrance. You just get bored of it. And this happens when you're an enthusiast, especially because we tend to collect a lot of fragrances, and sometimes your nose just evolves. And of course, at that time, you can't take it back to the store that you bought it from, right? Obviously. So it's a perfect scenario. This was a blind buy for me because I'm in love with cool weather fragrances, boozy fragrances, heavy fragrances, fragrances with a lot of body. And by just looking at the notes, I knew I was in love. Cardamom, pink pepper, violet leaves are the notes in the top. The heart, sage. The base, crystallized chestnut, vanilla jungle essence, and amberwood. Now, what I love about this fragrance is, by looking at the notes, just the combination of the chestnut, vanilla, and the green. Sage is a type of evergreen, and it makes perfect sense. At the end of the year, in the cool months, yes, a lot of trees lose their leaves, and a lot of trees are bare, but you do have trees that survive throughout, and those are those evergreens. And so when you have a fragrance that's realistic in terms of the balance of things that you actually smell during the winter, which are all the evergreen plants, spices, it's a perfect representation of the cold weather, because you have green and you have sweetness. You have your sapling, you have your chestnut, you have vanilla, you have the sage. So I absolutely love it, and that's why it was a blind buy for me. Now when I actually got it, I don't want to say it's an obsession, but I'll give you a hint. I've got about 100 bottles so far, and I've worn this fragrance about 5 days in a row. Now, if you know anything about fragrance enthusiasts, fragrance lovers, fragrance collectors, however you want to put it over, you know that if we pop a bit of fragrance 5 days in a row, if you smell us wearing the same cologne 5 days in a row, just know that you should run out and go get it, because it's a love. So I'll just look at this. It's a 100 ml bottle, by the way. That's what the box looks like. Batch code in the bottom. I gotta say, if you haven't tried this, it's worth sampling, honestly, and it's actually worth a blind buy if you're in love with heavy fragrances like myself. I mean, this is a heavy fragrance for cooler days, but it's got the freshness to it. They really did a good job in terms of balancing the two. So it's not just a fragrance that's just like totally sweet and cloying, and all you get is sweet. It's not that, and because of that fact, I love it, and I think you guys should try it. Peace out.